I was originally gonna do this on TikTok, but I decided YouTube needs to see this because I'm fed up with Joe Judge. So I went through this whole guy's press conference. I didn't even want to watch it, so I just read the transcript, and I'm gonna go over a few things that I didn't like, and I'm gonna talk about Joe Judge in general and why he needs to go. The first takeaway I took from his press conference was the fact that this guy said this isn't a clown show. Yeah, I can debate with that. Number one, you drafted a receiver, you signed a receiver to a $72 million contract. Combined, those guys both have goose eggs for touchdowns. This definitely isn't a clown show. Want to continue? I will. After the game against the Buccaneers, you used Jason Garrett as a scapegoat. Then you fired him. You switched to Freddie Kitchens, and the offense has got significantly worse over time. And it's gotten worse in every statistical category. And he used Jason Garrett as a scapegoat. Yeah, definitely not a clown show. I'm gonna keep going. You had negative 10 yards in a game. I didn't even know that was possible. Negative 10 yards. This definitely isn't a clown show. I'm gonna keep going. For one, you kept Jason Garrett after the first season in the first place when our offense was just as bad. You had the opportunity to fire him, but you said we're gonna. So more importantly, that's still on you why this offense was keeping Jason Garrett week one in the first place. You were right. It's not a clown show. It's a whole circus. No elephants. Actually, the elephant in the room is the fact you're a trash head coach. But it's mostly one elephant and a bunch of clowns, pretty much. And that involves 3 clowns. You being the first one, Dave Giddle being the second, and John Mara being the third. 3 clowns in a show. However, the worst part about this is, if he decides to keep Joe Judge, this guy's gonna, have a lot of criticism on his hands. Every media outlet is gonna be criticizing him, and it's gonna be a distraction the whole off season when he's trying to rebuild this team along with Joe Judge. But this new GM is probably gonna get the choice to either fire Joe Judge as well. But knowing the Maras, they're probably not gonna give a guy or the GM the choice to fire him, unfortunately. Now here's the thing, a smart GM is gonna wanna fire Joe Judge, cause if he's bringing, all this criticism, drama, and press to the team while he's trying to rebuild it, and it's because of Joe Judge, no GM's gonna want that. He's gonna want to fire him, unfortunately. Actually, not unfortunate. It's fortunate, actually. Basically, the Urban Meyer situation all over again with the Jaguars. This guy was getting media outlets everywhere talking about him, and he was becoming a hassle for, the Cons, and they had to fire him. Mostly because of that, because they were getting a lot of criticism for every media outlet there was, and the Giants are unfortunately facing the same thing with Joe Judge at this point in time. But knowing the Maras, they are not going to want a GM to come in here and fire Joe Judge, and that's unfortunate. Because, let's be honest, most of these GM candidates are going to want to clean house with the Giants. That's just how bad it is. And they are not going to keep Joe Judge. It's as simple as that. Because, like I said, bringing negative criticism towards the Giants, bringing negative press, and no GM is going to want to put up with that, like I said. They're going to want to bring in their own head coach and completely rebuild this team. Which is another reason why I fear the Giants are going to want to hire a guy like Kevin Abrams. Because most likely, the Maras have him in his back pocket. And they're going to convince him to keep Joe Judge for some reason, I fear. Fortunately, the rumors already do not plan to have Kevin Abrams as the next GM. Even though there were heavy rumors that there was going to be an in-person or basically in-building hire for the Giants as the next GM. Because let's be honest, the Giants going from Dave Gettleman to Kevin Abrams as GM would be like us going. Jason Garrett to Freddie Kitchens as GM is going to be a guy who's probably better, but still pretty bad in the end. As Dan Orvolansky, I know I said that name wrong. Let's call him Timmy Tough Nuts. That's exactly what he is. A guy who acts like he's tough, But in the end, he's soft as baby. You know what. And like someone else said, it does sound like a guy who is not going to be here next year according to his press conference. And according to a rumor, if he screws up week 18 against the Washington football team, he is most likely going to be gone. Remember in his press conference when he said, we're going to play 60 minutes of hard football? Yeah, doesn't look like it. When you've scored 3 touchdowns in your last 5 games, yeah, that's definitely tough football. And most of them came in garbage time. Tough football, all right. But I'm gonna, end the video here before I break a blood vessel or get a huge headache ranting about Joe Judge. But if you haven't yet, go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe. I know you're sitting here watching this video or listening to it. Write the video up here. Anyways, that's it for this video. Go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. I'm done here.